a fantasy story titled The Lost Princess and the Enchanted Forest Princess. Alara had always known she was different from the other children in the castle. She had a wild spirit and an insatiable curiosity that often led her into trouble. But despite her mischievous nature, she was loved by all and known as the kindest princess in the land. One day, while exploring the castle library, Alara stumbled upon an old map of the kingdom. She was intrigued by a dense forest marked on the map that was said to be enchanted. No one had ever dared to enter the forest, but Alara couldn't resist the allure of the unknown. The next morning, Alara packed a bag of provisions and set out for the forest. She was determined to see what secrets it held. As she ventured deeper into the woods, she felt a sense of foreboding wash over her. The trees seemed to close in around her, and the air grew thick with magic. Suddenly, Alara heard a faint cry for help. She followed the sound until she came upon a clearing where a unicorn was trapped in a thorny bramble. Alara knew that unicorns were rare and revered creatures, and she couldn't leave it to suffer. Using her wits and quick thinking, Alara was able to free the unicorn from the thorns. As a reward, the grateful creature offered to take Alara deeper into the forest, where she would discover a great secret. The unicorn led Alara to a hidden grove where a magnificent castle stood. Alara gasped in awe at the sight of it. The castle was surrounded by a shimmering force field that only allowed unicorns to pass through. As they approached the castle, Alara saw a young woman watching them from a tower window. The woman had long golden hair and a face as fair as the moon. She was dressed in a gown of white silk and held a scepter in her hand. The woman called out to Alara, welcoming her to the castle. She introduced herself as Princess Celestia and invited Alara to join her for tea. As they sat and chatted, Princess Celestia told Alara about the enchantment that protected the castle. The force field was put in place by the Fairy Queen to protect her daughter, Princess Aurora, from a wicked sorcerer who had cursed her. The curse was so powerful that it put Aurora into an endless sleep, and only a true love's kiss could awaken her. Alara was moved by the story and wanted to help. She offered to search for the true love who could break the curse and awaken Princess Aurora. Princess Celestia was grateful and gave Alara a necklace with a crystal that would guide her to the one who could break the curse. Alara set out on her quest, guided by the crystal's glow. She encountered many dangers along the way, but she never lost hope. Finally, she arrived at the foot of a towering mountain where she met a young man named Jack. Jack was a humble woodsman who lived alone in a cabin. He was kind and brave, and Alara knew he was the one who could break the curse. Jack agreed to accompany Alara to the castle, and together they braved the dangers of the enchanted forest. When they arrived at the castle, Princess Celestia was overjoyed to see them. She led them to Princess Aurora's chamber, where Jack leaned in and gave her a true love's kiss. Aurora's eyes fluttered open, and she smiled at Jack. The curse was broken, and the enchantment over the castle was lifted. Princess Celestia was reunited with her sister, and Alara had made new friends. Jack was welcomed into the castle and treated as a hero.